Ordi is rallying yet again. Not just Ordi, but the whole BRC-20 token space. Now in this video we are going to look at data that most people are not aware of. One Ordi changes hands for $32 right now, up 50% just today. And BRC-20, which is the token standard on Bitcoin, the experimental token standard, in general goes up. This is CoinGecko performance according to category. BRC-20 as a whole is the top performer. Now, why is this all happening? And should we maybe look at other BRC-20 tokens that could follow suit? Have a look at this list of BRC-20 tokens ordered by trading volume. Ordi, which is the very first BRC-20 token that had ever been issued, has most trading volume. 450 million. The next best thing is Sats with 26 million. You see this massive difference in volume. This is a 17x difference in trading volume. Now, why does that matter? It matters because it shows us where the volume actually is. It's not on chain. BRC-20 is a token standard on the Bitcoin chain. But unfortunately, most trading doesn't happen on BRC-20 using the native protocol. It happens on centralized exchanges, and that's why we see this huge gap. Ordi is available on centralized exchanges. All the other BRC-20 tokens are not. Now, we have been talking about BRC-20 and Ordi for quite a while. There was a video in the middle of May of this year, and that's when the price was around $10 or so. So a 3x since then. So if you want to learn about new opportunities early, maybe you should rather follow a channel like this, not channels that just talk about Ordi today. To directly interact with the BRC-20 standard, you need to have a Unisat wallet. And on the Unisat marketplace, you can trade Ordi and Sats, etc. The trading process is very convoluted. It's pretty much like trading NFTs almost, because you have to buy and sell them in batches. Getting your transaction executed also takes quite a while because this is the Bitcoin blockchain. And so because this is such a clunky technology to use, most people revert to Maxi, to Binance, maybe to Gate.io as well. You can also see how the market caps here really don't align with the trading volumes. This is a very, very tight market. The market cap of Ordi is 670 million. The market cap of Sats is 470 million, but the trading volume is very, very different, even on chain. 3.4 million for Sats, 500,000 for Ordi. This is now from BRC20.io. Gate.io was the very first centralized exchange that offered trading Ordi. And see how active this trading order book is moving. It's moving much, much faster than the Bitcoin chain could ever process. So the importance of centralized market making here is massive. Those are not all natural purchases and sales. The rally we saw at the beginning of November was due to Binance offering now perpetual futures on Ordi. So you can now buy and sell this with leverage directly on Binance. Qcoin followed and is also offering perps now. Now, why are those perpetual futures important? It's important because the liquidity on chain is very, very low. Thus, you can manipulate the price on chain very, very much. If the majority of the people on the centralized exchanges are betting on falling prices, for instance, the centralized exchanges can simply just push up the price on chain by buying. Now, they don't have to buy much in order to liquidate a lot of people on their perp contracts. Now, the same is true the other way around, right? When a lot of people bet on rising prices, they can simply, from the inventory they have, dump on the price without moving too much. Low liquidity on chain means very high price sensitivity on chain. You can move the price a lot with little capital, and that capital that you're moving might be more than justified for all of these liquidation fees that you can get from your customers. Now, there's not just BRC-20. There's also now DRC-20, ORC-20, SRC-20, BRC-721. Everyone and their grandmom comes out with a new token standard. And on this Dune dashboard, simply search for this Bitcoin token BRC-20. You will find it. Dune.com. We can see the actual activity on chain, so the non-manipulated activity. If you just look at BRC-20, there's quite a revelation here, right? There's no real growth in activity on chain. SRC-20 is pretty much dead. ORC-20, not that different. So we see these new standards. The only thing that could somewhat survive is this experimental standard, BRC-20, that started it all off. But really, all of that price appreciation is not corresponding to on-chain activity. This is market makers playing games against each other. Here, another dashboard, BRC-20 transactions corresponding with the fees on Bitcoin. And it does make sense that you don't want to transfer every single transaction on chain that you're doing as a centralized exchange simply because it's so expensive to execute. And the hedging here really isn't that important. The most important thing is the price manipulation. So to move the price in the exact opposite direction to where the majority of your customers are positioned. Will BRC-20 become the next ERC-20? Will there be as many well-used tokens on Bitcoin as there is on Ethereum? I do not think so. Using the standard on-chain is completely terrible. And so the liquidity is so low that it can be easily manipulated by the centralized exchanges. And so the centralized exchanges are simply making a lot of money with this. As interest in those tokens stays high, of course, the centralized exchanges are going to continue to create a lot of volatility. Thus, it is very much possible that maybe the SETS token, the second most popular token, might get perpetual futures very soon as well. It's all a manipulation game, but people are looking for the next narrative besides just crypto gaming, and BRC-20 could be one of those narratives. At least it's being pushed. If you learned a thing or two, feel free to give this a like. It will help the channel grow. There's also a free Telegram. The link is down below.